Hi everyone, welcome back to Group Health Coaching. Sleep? Who needs it? There's a lot to do in life and we waste hours of time each night just lying there doing nothing. It's ridiculous. Well, skipping sleep is a habit we learn early on. Whether it's to work, party, or worry, we don't have any shortage of reasons. The problem is that chronic sleep deprivation undermines just about everything we want to do in life and sets us up for many long-term health risks. So with that in mind, let's look at some ways we can improve on our sleep habits so we can increase our productivity, enjoyment, and health. Chronic sleep loss is strongly associated with insulin resistance, hypertension, depression, and anxiety. It also increases the risk for heart attacks, stroke, accidents, and decreased quality of life. Wow, given all that, you'd think we'd prioritize sleep. It seems pretty important. But just like other areas of health, one instance of a bad decision doesn't have much of a negative impact. The problems creep up over time, and many people don't take note until there's something really big going on. Small indications like mood dysregulation, inability to concentrate, low energy, and other health concerns should be taken as a sign you need to pay attention to your lifestyle choices. Throughout this talk, I'll be focusing on lifestyle factors that we have control over to set ourselves up for better sleep. There will always be other outside circumstances making things harder, but it's crucial we do our best where we can to compensate. Otherwise, a vicious cycle can begin to form. Hormonal disruptions can occur from a lack of sleep, which in turn makes it even harder to sleep. For example, sleep deprivation is associated with increased cortisol, a well-known stress hormone. This can contribute to developing depression and anxiety, conditions notorious for disrupting sleep. To make matters even worse, losing sleep also increases inflammatory markers throughout the body, which are implicated in most chronic diseases. Sleep also affects both the innate and adaptive aspects of our immune system. What that means is when we're not sleeping, we're more likely to get sick and less able to mount an appropriate immune response once we have a virus. I mentioned inflammation in the previous slide. It's an especially important topic here. Inflammation is a physical condition where some tissue in the body becomes reddened, swollen, hot, or painful. It's a reaction to injury and/or infection and is a signal to the body to initiate the innate healing mechanisms. All of the main chronic diseases we've talked about are characterized by mild systemic elevations of inflammatory markers. Increases in these markers also accompany the process of aging. Lack of sleep also significantly increases the baseline level of inflammation in the body. When we have persistent high levels of inflammation, our immune system is less likely to properly resolve its response to, say, a virus. The inability to restore homeostasis in the body after an immune response leads to increasing damage and complications to the affected tissues. In this case, let's say the lungs. In short, if you want to get better quickly and effectively when you're sick, make sure you're well rested. If you've made it this far into the presentation, you're probably thinking about your sleep habits. It turns out the reasons you had for skipping sleep are actually reasons for prioritizing it. Things just go better and work better when you're rested. You'll wonder why you didn't try it before. First off, it's important to at least schedule time for sleep. Somewhere around 8 hours would be a good start. Make it consistent, even on days off. Go to bed at the same time. Get up at the same time. But you might be thinking, I'm a night owl. Well, despite what you think about how you're wired, when you do your best work, or even what makes you happy, science disagrees. It's been shown when self-proclaimed night owls shift their sleep time 2 hours earlier to reflect sleep patterns more in line with societal norms, most experience improvements in mood, stress, reaction times, and even grip strength. And all this makes sense. Our ancestors evolved to be active during the day. Without electricity or even candles, the night owl caveman probably would have got bored and just went back to bed. The fact that humans can't see in the dark very well is a good indication of when we should optimally be active. When sleep disruption becomes a noticeable issue, many people start with a trip to the doctor just to get a little something that'll help. But medications are at best a temporary fix and don't address the underlying causes. When health issues are the norm, it's easy to forget we're innately capable of getting restorative sleep repairing the body and refreshing the mind. If this isn't happening, we're doing something to interfere with the process. We need to get back in touch with a lifestyle that allows us to function properly. Here are some easy tips that can make a huge difference in sleep quality. Keep a schedule. Like I said before, make sure you allow yourself at least 8 hours of sleep a night, but go to bed at the same time and get up at the same time, even on the weekends. If you're doing this consistently, you won't feel the need to sleep in. Put away all electronic devices at least an hour before bed. Cell phones, tablets, computers, TVs, you name it. Find something else to do that's relaxing that can help ease you into sleep. Keep the bedroom reserved for sleep and other intimate activities. Using it for work or entertainment will train your brain for those mindsets just by being in the room. Makes it harder to sleep later. Avoid or limit caffeine. For some people, this might be just cutting back on it a few hours before bed, but others may have to stop altogether. It just depends on your natural metabolism. Alcohol is the same thing. You think it's helping you sleep, but the quality is generally much poorer. Extend your scheduling of your days to your meals and exercise as well. Establish a rhythm in your life, and your body will keep it. And just like every other aspect of health, a balanced diet seems to prevail for healthy sleep. Low protein and high protein diets are both associated with disordered sleep. Same goes for carbs, though the quality of the carbohydrates matter. Whole foods like vegetables, fruits, and whole grains seem to promote sleep, whereas sugars and refined flours go the other way. Diets high in fat may also lead to sleep difficulties. Why is this? Well, imbalanced diets can be deficient in key nutrients. Vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids, and amino acids in a healthy diet are needed to produce hormones like serotonin or melatonin. Your body can only produce what you give it materials for. The Mediterranean diet is a good example of a balanced diet and is associated with better sleep. Sometimes, if you're really in a bad way, medications for sleep might be indicated. But for the most part, they're habit-forming, provide unrestful sleep, disrupt sleep in the long run, and have pretty nasty side effects. Comprehensive lifestyle changes work, and the only side effects to them are feeling better and living longer. But we're very used to taking pills for our problems, immediate gratification and all. That's why when someone gets a little more natural-minded, they'll stop in the supplements aisle before going to the produce aisle. And I'm not completely opposed to this. Extra vitamins and minerals can ensure that our body has what it needs to function in every way, including having the ability to sleep. But that's probably not what someone's thinking about when searching for a natural alternative to sleep medications. Melatonin is one of the most popular supplemental sleep aids, and it's natural enough. Our pineal gland releases the hormone into the bloodstream every night following the circadian rhythm. It basically makes you drowsy and lowers body temperature. Medications can sometimes inhibit melatonin production, and we tend to make less as we age. Melatonin can be effective and is pretty well tolerated as a supplement. The main caveat is whenever you take a lot of something your body already makes, your body responds by making less of it itself. See how that might be a problem when you want to stop taking a supplement? For that reason, young people likely shouldn't make a long-term habit of using melatonin. It could, however, be a decent strategy for older adults, especially if taking the minimum amount needed for an effect. Tryptophan is a precursor to serotonin, one of our body's feel-good hormones. It may also help raise melatonin levels, so it seems like a plausible supplement. However, its use as a sleep aid has waned since it was associated with a sometimes fatal neurological condition first documented in the late 80s. Now, this is just from tryptophan in supplements, not from what naturally occurs in food. It turns out contaminants introduced in the manufacturing process were likely responsible for the illness. Nevertheless, 5-HTP, a metabolite of tryptophan and a more direct precursor of serotonin, has been safely used as an effective alternative since that time. The fact that tryptophan naturally occurs in foods in very high amounts in eggs, poultry, fish, oats, chocolate, and various seeds means a good diet can easily supply the necessary amounts for good sleep without supplementation. Valerian root is an herbal supplement often used for insomnia. which is sometimes included in more expansive formulas with other plant compounds like chamomile, hops, and passion flower. Valerian is a perennial herb whose use for sleep concerns dates back to at least the ancient Greeks. This herb has a pretty good safety record, but seems to have varying effects. Study outcomes have ranged from small improvements in sleep quality to significant benefits for all aspects of sleep, including sleep latency, total sleep time, and awakenings. Differences in preparations and dosages may account for discrepancy in the findings. The main downside of valerian is that it still does not address the underlying issues. Again, only lifestyle changes can do that. All in all, there are many methods for dealing with disordered sleep. Like so many other areas in health, we'll be more rested when we pay attention to all the lifestyle factors involved. Stay on schedule, eat healthy meals, exercise, and manage your stress. Create a sleep routine each night that allows you to unwind. Supplements can help in the short term, but certainly don't fix the underlying problems. Medications are okay if you don't mind unpleasant side effects of feeling out of it. So, make a healthy lifestyle your priority, get some sleep, and stay healthy, everyone. Thanks for watching.